Drum rolls please, my psychological thriller mystery Together is now online here on my YouTube channel, finally. Please go and watch this slow burner of a short film. If you like my other movies, I believe you will like this one too. It's a little bit more cerebral and has a theme of denial while depicting this relationship between the siblings Lucas and Emma, but then it goes out with a horrible, unexpected twist at the end. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and share to others who might like this kind of movie, and I will start doing a lot of breakdowns and getting more into how I made this when it comes to the visual effects and cinematography and how I developed the story and so on. I also want to announce that Together won Best Fantastic Film at Pixel Film Festival last weekend here in Sweden, and before I talk more about that, I would like to share a more personal story and background about me that I hope you will find inspirational, not just for filmmakers but really to anyone out there. But I need to set up why this award I got is very special to me. When I started out doing movies, it was a huge hobby of mine, as it usually starts for us filmmakers, and I spent a lot of my 20s doing a lot of short films myself, learning the craft and building countless of do-it-yourself filmmaking gear in my parents' garage, and later starting doing all kinds of short films with my classmates from film school I eventually got into. We sent these short films we made to this regional film festival here in south of Sweden called Pixel. It's a big one and has been around for like 30 years or so, and one of our short films called Winter Sun actually got nominated at Pixel to go to this larger national festival further up in Sweden called November Film Festival. And I also won a prize once at Pixel for best sound in a short film we did called Suicide Clinic, a dark comedy I shot and also did all the post-production on. But the funny thing is, the audio post-production was actually where I put the least amount of work in, since I had to deal with the editing and the visual effects, so that was pretty ironical. But I was super excited to get any kind of award that early in my career, if you can call it that. It really got me motivated continuing this path I was following. Maybe a decade later, most classmates left the industry, but I was one of those who managed to stay in the business, and I continued doing my own projects the best I could next to my day job as a videographer.
Är du redo?
Oj. Vänta. Oj. Vänta.
Beklagar, det är dags.
Vänta.
So a lot of time went by, and eventually I got quite fed up with the short film grind, not only because everyone around me started to drop off, but also the struggle of applying for movie grants, getting scripts rejected multiple times, and realizing that the genre movies I wanted to create not only might be considered a lesser art form, but also I got a sense that if you want to be successful here in Sweden, you might need to make movies in this mold that these gatekeepers have in their head. That's probably 50% perhaps true and 50% conspiratorial on my end. Anyway, I grew pretty tired of making short films, this constant uphill battle, feeling I didn't get any support from those in power, and started considering filmmaking just being my day job, doing corporate videos, making a living out of it. I still liked working with cameras and, you know, the craftsmanship of it. And I actually got into music production on my spare time a couple of years to still have something creative to work on here at home. But still in me there was this itch. I still really needed to make movies. I wanted to tell stories with movies, and I wanted to make those movies I wanted to create. So one day I kicked myself in the bottom with a half-finished script really. I made my first alien infestation short film with my own time and money, not really waiting for any approval or help from anyone in the business. Just do it yourself. When my alien infestation shorts were done, I sent them all to Pixel. That year they were finished, and I was amazed that they were perfectly fine showing my alien fanfiction. So I was super excited to see my movies in this festival on a big screen in front of a new local audience. And I was of course totally fine with never being considered for any prizes. I knew these shorts were no longer the kind of movies that would be promoted with an award. And also it's hard as an indie filmmaker doing most things yourself, competing with a short film with a team of talented people backed by proper funding and resources from these regional movie grants. But it didn't bother me, since a lot of you guys out there on YouTube was really making sure I knew you loved watching what I created thanks to all the positive comments. Personally, I would rather take audience award over a jury award any day of the week. As a side note, I think if you're a creator and not just creating art for your own pleasure alone, I believe you need to convince an audience that what you create is valuable for them. And I really felt like I was doing that for you guys, and that is the most satisfying feeling ever. But still, if you want to make it in the movie business, you also have to convince those in charge of the funds, the gatekeepers, with the power to grant what movies should be made or not be made. A movie can flop and the investors want their money back, so they need to play it safe. So anyways, back on track. Last year I sent my Dark Love short film, and now this year I sent my new movie together to this festival. And just like all the times before, I had no expectations other than the opportunity to show my movie in a big theater in front of a new audience and hopefully get some honest feedback from the people chatting with them afterward. And also the possibility to mingle and network, just to hang around other people that share the same passion for filmmaking storytelling as me. The festival went down this weekend and I stayed for the ceremony at the evening as well, to share on and support those who was getting an award, best film, best actor, best cinematography. And I also wanted to stick around for the after party and finish off this long but fruitful day with a beer in my hand. However, during the ceremony, when this category comes up called Best Fantastical Film, this is where Lund Fantastical Film Festival, which is dedicated to only genre films, gets to award the best genre film at Pixel Film Festival. So that jury went up on stage, but even so, I didn't expect anything. I didn't even pay attention because I was fiddling around with my phone while the jury started to read their motivation. And at the end of the jury's motivation, two things really got my attention. They were saying something along the lines of psychological and something lurking in the periphery. Now I'm looking up and I'm thinking that sounds a lot like my movie. But this whole day they had these film blocks in parallel, so no one was able to watch all the movies at the festival. So I'm thinking that must be some other movie I missed, and what a coincidence that there are two of us doing a short film with the same kind of theme. What's the chance of that? Weird. Yeah, I was pretty clueless. And then they present the winner. It was me and my movie. I can tell you, my friends, my mind was blown in all the possible multiple dimensions available out there. I can't stress enough how super grateful I am for this award, because with this award I get to screen my movie at the annual Lund Fantastic Film Festival later this year here in the south of Sweden, and it's also a very popular festival, and I'm so excited to show my movie to all of those genre-loving people visiting this festival. I also think I need to note that Dark Love did win a couple of awards around different international film festivals, which is great, but there's something special winning this award locally here at Pixel, since we go way back together with a somewhat complicated relationship. So long story short, what's the takeaway here? I think it's really important in the creative world to do what you want to do, because I believe that's the only way you're able to shoulder the grind that goes into filmmaking. The late nights, the back and forth, developing your script, the fatigue in your body after long days of shooting, second guessing yourself multiple times throughout the process of filmmaking. It is a pain, to be frank about it, but when you do what you love, I truly believe your passion will shine through, and when it does, there is an audience out there that will be appreciating you pouring all of that energy and soul into what you created and what you wanted to share with others. I truly believe that. This is gonna be a long video, I can tell, but I guess what I'm trying to say here is that this is a big deal for me to get a local award like this, and I'm extremely happy for this prize. And yeah, with all the work I've been putting in over the last decade, it's really nice to get some, regional recognition of what I've been creating here. And of course, a big thanks to all the actors in Together for making this project come to life: Caroline, Andreas, Josephine, and Edgar. This award is for you as well, of course. So cheers, everyone. Okay, that's all I have for now. I gotta go drink some water. I'm pretty parched here because of all of the talking. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.